Yo, welcome to Fire Podcast episode. I don't know what episode.
Who knows?
One of those
Who
episodes.
cares? It's just gonna be that.
I'm gonna say it not in a PC way, but like similar to like monogamous relationships or whatever. like damn, I forgot I was gonna go with this. But people don't like to share, right? They don't like
Right.
to share, and people like to say like, "Oh, you're the love of my life," or you can only like fall in love once or something. And it's like, no, you could love like you could have multiple kids, right? You could
Mhm.
love each of your kids the same, or you can love each of your kids have a certain amount of love for your kids differently, or have different love for each of your kids. Same thing can apply for relationships. You could love multiple people, men or women, and have different love and different relationship with them. You don't have to like one and done for one person forever and then be miserable because X, Y, and Z.
Oh,
You know, those are the things I think about. Like, why do we limit ourselves so much? And
you want to get some shit thrown at you out of
we
left field.
purposely we purposely like put ourselves in mental jails. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, I want freedom. I want to be free in that way. Like when I look at animals in the animal kingdom, I
Mhm.
was watching a video the other day. An ostrich just walked up to a female ostrich, inseminated her to not use other words, and then walked the fuck off. And this was done like in front of people in a driveway, and they're like, "Did we just see this shit happen?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is real life. This is the animal kingdom. This is the real shit that would go on if
Bro,
civilizations didn't exist." Dudes would just walk up to chicks at bars, knock them up, and walk the fuck.
that's called doing a ditty, and that's illegal all over the
Yeah, I
world.
know. That's why I say if there were no civilizations, but like in savage days or whatever, I'm sure. Like from what I've read in history, men used to like use those clubs,
Mhm.
knock women down, drag them into their caves, and do what
Ditties,
they.
whole
Yeah,
bunch of ditties, nigga.
but in the animal kingdom, it's kind of the same thing. Like you see, like two dogs don't know each other. One
Mhm.
dog is just gonna hump that dog and then walk off, and then go hump another dog and block down. It's just like I understand humans are more evolved than that
Yeah,
mentally. Just like at the end of the day, it's like an animalistic trait, and we're
I
all
guess it comes down to
animals
what kind of
still,
animal you want to be, bro.
right? Wolverine,
Because if you take a wolf, now that you say Wolverine, even though real Wolverine is a small little badger shit.
but they're
But
strong as
anyways,
fuck.
they're tiny little ferocious little fucks.
Hmm.
Um, a wolf in the wild doesn't just mate with anybody. They will not mate with their sisters. They will not mate with their mothers. That's first of all. That's not something you see in dogs,
Hmm.
right? A wolf, if their partner dies, will mourn them.
Hmm.
And that mourning could last anywhere between, I think, 3 months and a year.
Hmm.
It all comes down to what kind of animal you want to be, bro.
True, because there are some birds and penguins that pair up for life,
Right.
but out of the, I don't know how many species there are on the planet. Pretty sure it's like the 1% that pairs up for life.
You'd be surprised. I think it's a little bit more than that, but you'd be surprised. It don't, you know, but it still it comes down to what kind of animal you want to be. You know what I mean? If you want to be the emperor penguin that only has one mate for life,
Hmm.
um, or for a woman, you could be a praying mantis,
Hmm.
literally kill all your partners,
Hmm. Or a black widow.
or a black widow. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it all comes down to what kind of animal you want to be.
Who's the black widow in real life? They just had a Netflix show. Damn, what's her name?
Which
Griselda Blanco. They used to
oh,
call her Black
Grisela,
Widow. She
yeah.
had like what, three kids or four, five kids with like different maybe daddies, and she had them all like killed off type of shit.
Oh no, she had one baby daddy, but
Nah,
his brother
she had like
kept
two or
trying to
three.
fuck her and ended up raping her.
Yeah,
Sorry, ended up dating her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is interesting. Like and then like to go back like in biblical times. back then it was okay for men to have multiple wives. Like that was their thing. Men had multiple wives. That's how they created their tribes. They had mad
Mm.
kids, and it was all nice and dandy. And then somewhere along the lines, Constantine or whoever the fuck remixed the Bible and then made it like, nah, one man, one wife
Nah,
only.
Abraham only had one woman.
No, he didn't.
Noah only had one wife.
He had like 900.
This nigga Noah last, I wasn't, no,
But that's the
Noah's
shit.
father, Methuselah,
Wow.
950 years old.
Yeah, man, bitches.
You ain't gonna tell me that one woman. I don't know. You know, women might have been built different back then too. Because if we lived till 900 years old, I don't know. But to pump out kids for 900 fucking years, name one woman who would fucking do that.
Yeah. And
Name one.
then back then they didn't have, all
Birth
the
control.
yeah, not only birth control, but like
Nigga, there was no pullout game.
the medicate the just the hospitals for childbirth. A lot of women used to
Facts.
die during childbirth. So that's another reason why men used to probably have more than one wife too, or multiple baby mamas, because they would die. So that
But that was in the East, but in like the Caribbean and South America and all that. Did you know that these people they lived in communal tribes?
hmm
So whatever kid you saw wasn't exactly one man's child. If you were next to that kid, that was your child until that kid went somewhere else or the
hmm
mom took it somewhere else or another kid came and needed your help.
It wasn't like
Now
the
that's your kid.
tribe. It's just like
Right.
communal.
It was like you protected each child as if it was your child to the
Yeah,
point that you didn't even know anymore
they
who
were
was your
killing.
actual child. Except for I think it was like chieftains or warriors or whatever who wanted to breed
That's
stronger
that's kind of
children.
a dope way to live though, in a way. But
Everybody
now
would be protected.
people have so much ego and pride though,
They wouldn't allow that shit. This is like, yo, would you allow another man
to
to
raise a
discipline your
kid.
children?
It
Like
depends, yeah.
most people who would say no, like I'm not talking about like if you were in a relationship with someone, you guys broke up, now she's with somebody else and you got to see it
Mhm.
that way. But no, I mean like you're in a relationship with your partner and you guys have kids at home, but your kid did something somewhere and now
Your
there's a man
neighbor.
there and he's going to discipline your child because
Yeah,
they're there.
yeah,
That's how it used to be way back before we were
yeah,
born.
yeah,
That's how it used to be. Neighbors will whoop your ass before your
yeah.
parents got home.
That's a fact. I grew up in that age. My mom
We
used to
grew
give
up with
permission
like
to
a
whip
little
my
bit of
ass
that.
if I used to misbehave.
Yeah, but not
Shout
like
out,
how it used to be.
shout out to mom for that.
Shout out to the moms. But
No one took advantage either. Good thing.
but that's how it was back in the day with Tainos, man. It was like, yo, we
Yeah.
all family.
And I think the women in the culture used to be more of the chief or the head. It wasn't the man,
Yeah.
which is what kind of
Men did more of the labor, but women
yeah,
were
exactly.
respected.
That's where like the colonizers came and saw all that shit going down, and they're like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm gonna
Right, because
flip the
they
script.
considered the men to be weak
hmm
and unruly because they didn't know about Christ. And then they were like, all right, y'all niggas are savages, I got no rights.
Basically, before God, you're a savage. Now cut this crop and kneel to
It's
God. I
funny
don't know.
because they did some savage shit saying that the people they were doing it to
We're
were
savages.
savages.
Yes, they
Like
raped and
the
pillaged and
fucking
killed.
irony. And the crazy shit is that back then all that shit was normal. Like if you were to say this same story, right? But put this conversation,
To
I
who
don't
was
know, maybe
normal? The
to the
Europeans.
era.
Oh, okay.
Like think about it. If me and you have this exact same conversation, but except this conversation is not in 2024, is in 1924, probably be slaves, but that's neither here nor there. It would be a little bit more normalized. You know what I mean? Like the further you go back, the more normal it
Mm,
is
yeah.
because that's the justification for oh, this is America. This is the land for Americans. What happened to the fucking Native Americans? Well, back then it was fighting, and whoever won got the land, and we fought, and I took the land, so now it's mine. Like really, bro, make it make sense. But whatever. But Yeah, it was just like it was more like that on a daily basis back then, which is fucking weird. But it
Hmm.
makes me wonder in the future, 100 years from now, 200 years from now, what are we doing that's normal now that people are gonna be like, wow, them niggas was savages.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna say sex. I
Hmm.
think sex is gonna be different in 200 years. We might not even touch each other. It might be just like
They're already getting like that,
put my blood in this machine. Let's have a baby.
basically.
And then they might
Flesh.
look at books and be like, yo, they might look at a porn from 2024, like, yo, Kim Kardashian, what? You.
Yeah, they got all this plastic pussy and stuff out here
That's
nowadays.
another one. Modifications. I think that's gonna be actually, you know what? I think they might go off the hinge with modifications in 200 years. I think we're gonna be able to customize everything, bro. We want different color fingers. We got it.
Niggas want two dicks
You know that shit's gonna happen, bro. You
for
know
sure.
that shit's gonna happen. Dude's gonna have like 90 dicks in his
It's
fucking pants.
wild.
And
I mean, I'm not gonna judge anybody's
yo,
kink. I would just be interested to see that shit and how it works. But besides that, I'm good. I'm just
you
curious to
know
know.
who would win in that kind of, situation? The medical field, doctors.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
yo, you're gonna be a jillionaire if
It's
you
like the
know how to put 90 dicks on one guy.
Yeah, it's like the whole stuff with the LGBT right now, with the hormone therapy and
The pharmaceuticals are making a
surgeries.
killing off of that shit.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
no
those
joke.
just they're expensive surgery.
Like, regardless of how you feel about it, whichever side you're on, left, right, in the middle, backwards, upside down, doesn't matter. But these niggas is making money. That's one thing that is undeniable.
Yeah, but it's not as accessible as people think because a lot of doctors don't know how to do that shit. So it's a very small pool of people that know how to do some of that shit.
More and more are gonna
So
learn how
more
to do
bread
it.
for
Not
them,
to,
really.
right. That's the only reason why they're gonna. I feel like more and more are gonna learn. It's
Hmm.
not because they're on one side or the other of the agenda. It's because that's where the money is. Like, if yo, I gotta learn this and I make twice as much, well, that's what I'm learning.
Fuck yeah, follow the money.
Capitalism. That shit, oof, dangerous. Slip and slide. Slip and slide. All right, man. That does it for me. It
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty
was a hell
tired.
of a conversation.
Word. Started off good and
Yeah, I don't know
finished
how the
it good.
fuck we end up where we end up in most of our conversations. This shit is fucking crazy.
But that's
Crazy,
what
man.
makes it fire.
It's a fire conversation. All right,
All right.
peace, love. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other. For fuck's sake, please be good to each other. Cause golly,
Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
please leave a comment if you ain't a bitch.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, this is Jace. Thank you for watching the Fire Conversation podcast. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll bring you new episodes every week.